Hi, it's Miss Blumer with Healthy Bodies, Healthy Minds. Today we're going to learn about the MyPlate. Let's get started. So, what is the MyPlate? Let's take a closer look. The MyPlate, as you can see, is a circle and it has many colors on it. I see red and green, orange, purple, and blue. The red section is for fruits. Some fruits include oranges, apples, bananas, and grapes. The green section is for vegetables. Foods like corn, green beans, and spinach would be found in the vegetable section. Half of your plate should be fruits and vegetables. We also want to make sure that we are getting a variety of colors. So think of the rainbow when we eat fruits and vegetables. Different nutrients, or the things that are good for us in fruits and vegetables, are in the different colors. The orange section is for grains. We would find things like bread, noodles, crackers, bagels, pancakes, and tortillas in this group. The healthiest grains are called whole grains. Half of your grains should be whole grains each day. The purple section is for proteins. Meat, eggs, nuts, and peanut butter would be found in this group. Lean proteins, such as chicken and fish, are the best choice. And lean means they don't have a lot of fat on them. And did you notice the little blue circle up above the plate? This is for the dairy group. Look for foods such as milk, cheese, and yogurt to be in this group. Low-fat dairy is a good choice. So let's see if you can tell if these foods are in the right group. Fruits and vegetables are up first. So let's see if we can figure out which of these foods are fruits and vegetables and which are not. So we have oranges, spaghetti, asparagus, avocado, tomato, and broccoli and black beans. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? So think about it. Which ones do you think don't belong? There's two of them. All right, do you have something in mind? Let's see if you're correct. Which one doesn't belong? All right, did you guess spaghetti? That's not a fruit or a vegetable, it's a grain. And also black beans. Beans sound like they would be in the vegetable group, but actually black beans are a protein. They go in the protein group. All right, next up we've got grains. Which of these do not belong in the grain group? We have a muffin, a yellow bell pepper, mushrooms, crackers, pasta, bread. So which two do you think don't belong? Grains are a little bit tricky, so make sure you've got your thinking cap on. All right, let's see how you did. Did you guess the yellow bell pepper? It doesn't belong here because it's in the vegetable group. All right, what else doesn't belong here? Mushrooms. They are also in the vegetable group. All right, we're going to go to the next one. We're going to protein. So which of these foods don't belong here? So we have onions, shrimp, salmon, a hamburger patty, potatoes, and peanuts. So which two don't belong here? I'll give you a minute to think about it. Okay, the first one that doesn't belong in the protein group is the onion. That is a vegetable. And also potatoes don't belong here. Those are also a protein. Did you guess peanuts? If you did, that is a common misconception, but peanuts actually are a protein, so they belong in this group. All right, now we're going to go to the dairy group. Which one of these don't belong here? So we've got yogurt, cheese, an egg, chocolate milk, and cauliflower. All right, so I'm going to give you a minute to think which two aren't a dairy. All right, the egg. Yeah, the egg is protein. That I know we find it in the dairy case at the grocery store, but it's not a dairy, it's a protein. And cauliflower, you're right. If you guessed that one, that's a vegetable. All right, I hope you had fun figuring out which foods were in the food group. Up next is a game. You're going to guess which fruit or vegetable or protein or whatever. I'm going to give all of them to you, and you're going to guess what I'm thinking. So we're going to keep going. All right, so this is the guessing game about fruits. All right, I'm going to give you some clues. Your first one is, I'm fuzzy and brown on the outside. I'm white on the inside, and this is the part that you eat. And I'm considered a tropical fruit. So what do you think it is? It's brown and fuzzy, white on the inside. It's a tropical fruit. Did you guess coconut? If you did, you were correct. Good job. All right, we're going to go to vegetables next. I'm going to give you some clues. Make sure you've got your thinking cap on. All right, I'm green, but I can be almost any color of the rainbow. I have lots of tiny seeds inside. I can be eaten raw or cooked. A lot of times I can be found in a stir fry. All right, so green, but it can be any color, lots of tiny seeds. You can eat it raw or cooked. A green bell pepper. Did you guess that? If you did, good job. All right, now we're going to go to proteins. Your first clue is I am white and yellow. Usually I get eaten in the morning, and my name only has 3 letters. What do you think it could be? Did you guess egg? If you did, good job. All right, up next, grains. All right, can you guess which food I'm thinking of? I'm very small, so you eat a lot of meat. The usual types of meat are long grain or white. I'm in a lot of Chinese food dishes. So think about if you've ever had Chinese food at like a restaurant or you made it at home. So what do you think it is? Rice. Good job. Did you guess rice? All right, and our final food group is dairy. All right, I am white. That's not a very good clue. Lots of dairy foods are white, aren't they? Let's see, what's the next clue? I'm kept in the refrigerator. I taste good by myself or with fruit and granola on top of me. Oh, that's a good clue. I am yogurt. Did you guess yogurt? Good job. All right, and that is it. So, thank you for learning about the MyPlate with me today. Remember, you should be eating lots of fruits and vegetables. Half of your plate every time you eat should be fruits and vegetables. Your protein should be lean as much as possible. That means they don't have a lot of fat on them. Your dairy should be low fat. Your grains, half of your grains should be whole grain. And what else? Oh yeah, your fruits and vegetables should be all the colors of the rainbows, or all the colors of the rainbow, because remember, the different colors have different nutrients. So to make sure you're getting all of the vitamins and minerals that you need, you should be eating all the different colors. So I hope you had fun with me today, and I will see you next time.
Hi friends, it's Miss Blumer with Healthy Bodies, Healthy Minds, and today we're going to be doing a Fitbit called Write Our Food Groups. But before we get started, let's review the food groups. Remember, there's 5 of them. There's fruit, vegetable, grain, protein, and dairy. And when you're eating, it's important that half of your plate is fruits and vegetables, because remember, they have all those healthy vitamins and minerals in them that keep us strong and healthy. So our Fitbit today is going to be, we're going to be spelling words with different body parts. So we're going to use our nose and our head. We're going to use our hand and our finger. We'll use our arm. We'll use our elbow. We'll use our leg and our knee. And then we'll use our foot and our toe. All right, so I'm going to back up a little bit so that you can see me. And let's get started. Okay, first of all, friends, we're going to spell the word fruit with our head. So I'll show you what it looks like. We're going to write F, R, U, I, T. All right, so you're going to do your best to pretend like you're spelling it in the air. All right, so that was fruit. Next, we're going to use our nose, and we're going to spell the word apple. So let's try that. A, P, P, L, E. All right, very good. Next, we're going to spell the word vegetable with our hand. So taking your hand, you're going to make V, E, G, E, T, A, B, L, P. All right, very good. Okay, next up we're going to spell the word pepper with our fingers. So finger in the air, we're going to write P, E, P, P, E, R. And it's probably looking backwards too on your screen, isn't it? But that's okay, you know which way to write it. Next, we're going to write the word protein with our whole arm. So it's going to be like with our hand, but we're using our arm. So we're going to write P, R, O, T, E, I. Make sure you get the dot on the end. N. All right, protein. Very good. Okay, now we're going to write the word steak with our elbow. So let's take the elbow and you're going to write S, T, E, A, K. Oh my goodness, that was a good workout for my shoulder, wasn't it? Okay, next we're going to write the word grains with our leg. Okay, so let's see. G, we can pretend we're writing something on the floor, can't we? R, A, I, whoa, N, S. Oh, you need great balance for that one. Okay, this next one is tricky. We're going to write the word tortilla with our knee. Be very careful balancing. If you need to hold on to something, maybe I'm going to hold on to this desk right here. You can do that because I don't want anyone tipping over. All right, you ready? T, O, R, T, I, L, L, A. Wow, did you feel that right here in your thigh and in your hip? Yeah, I did too. And finally, we're going to use our foot to write the word dairy. And you can go ahead and trace it right on the floor, just like this. D, A, I, R, Y. Very good. Did you notice I held on again? Because I didn't want to tip over. Our final word is cheese, and we're going to write it with our toe. So it's going to be very similar to writing it with our foot. Again, I'm going to hold on, and I'm going to write on the floor the word cheese with my toe. C, H, E, E, S, E. All right, I think writing with my toe and my finger were the easiest. What did you think? All right, I hope you had fun today. Thank you for joining me for this Fitbit called Write Our Food Groups, and I'll see you next time.
Muncha, Muncha, Muncha by Candace Fleming, illustrated by G. Brian Karras. For years, Mr. McGreely dreamed of planting a garden. He dreamed of getting his hands dirty, of growing yummy vegetables, and of gobbling them all up. But he never once tried it until, this spring, said Mr. McGreely, this spring, by golly, I'm going to plant a garden. So he hoed and he sowed and he watched his garden grow. Lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes. Yum, yum, yummy, said Mr. McGreely. I'll soon fill my tummy with crisp, fresh veggies. But one night when the sun went down and the moon came up, 3 hungry bunnies appeared. Tippy, 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 pat. Muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his gnawed sprouts, he was angry. So he built a small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. There, he declared, no bunny can get into my garden now. And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat, spring, hurdle, dash, 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 muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his nibbled leaves and gnawed sprouts, he was really angry. So he built a tall wooden wall behind the small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. He huffed, those flop ears will never get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now. And the sun went down and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat, dig, scrabble, scratch, 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 spring, hurdle, dash, 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 muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was really, really angry. So he made a deep, wet trench outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. "Ha!" he snorted. "Those pufftails can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now." And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat, dive, paddle, splash, 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 dig, scrabble, scratch, 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 spring, hurdle, dash, 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 muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his chomped blossoms, his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was furious. So he hammered and blocked, sawed and stocked, drilled and filled and trapped and locked, and he built a huge, enormous thing before the deep, wet trench, outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. "I've outsmarted those twitch whiskers for sure," he exclaimed. "They can't get through it. They can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny, no way, no how can get into my vegetable garden now." And the sun went down and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 stop! The three hungry bunnies looked and smelled and touched the huge, enormous thing before them, and tippy, 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 pat, the bunnies hopped away. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his untouched vegetables, he was happy. "I beat the bunnies," he whooped and did a jiggly-wiggly victory dance. Then he climbed over, jumped across, squeezed between, and crawled under until he reached his vegetable garden. "Ah," sighed Mr. McGreely, "at last!" Smacking his lips, he picked and pulled lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes, and with his basket overflowing, he reached inside for something yummy. Muncha, muncha, muncha. The end.
Hi friends, today we're going to be making a recipe called rainbow coleslaw. It's called rainbow coleslaw because we're going to have green cabbage, we're going to have purple cabbage, we're going to include orange carrots and a red bell pepper and some more purple. We're going to use an onion. We're also going to put some orange cheese in there. So, did you know that it's important to eat all the different colors of the rainbow when you are eating your fruits and vegetables? Because different colored fruits and vegetables have different colored vitamins and minerals in them. So if you're only eating red, you're only getting the vitamins that are in red fruits and vegetables. So make sure you're varying your colors every day, and it's a fun way to try new foods. So come on, I'll show you how to make it.
For this recipe, you will need 2 cups of thinly sliced red cabbage, 2 cups of thinly sliced green cabbage, 1/2 cup chopped yellow or red bell pepper, 1/2 cup of shredded carrots, 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of celery seed, optional, 1/2 cup low-fat cheddar cheese, 1/2 cup chopped red onion, and 1/2 cup of fat-free mayonnaise. When I started the recipe, I realized that I only had baby carrots, so I put them into my food processor and ran them for a couple of seconds until they were shredded. You also could do this with a cheese grater, or you could simply cut them with a knife. The store also sells them shredded if you'd like to go that route. As you can see, using the food processor didn't shred the carrots, it more minced them, but they'll work. When choosing cabbage at the grocery store, make sure to choose firm cabbage heads that feel heavy and are tightly packed. When you're done using your cabbage, if you have any left over, you can store it in the refrigerator in a plastic bag for about a week. And before you use the cabbage, make sure you pull off the outer leaves. You can throw those away. You're going to chop this very fine and be very careful to keep your fingers up above the knife. You are also going to repeat this with the purple cabbage. As you can see, this one is very tightly packed and it is a beautiful purple color. Did you know that you can eat cabbage raw without putting it into a salad or anything? Raw cabbage leaves are very sweet and crunchy. So if you want to give it a try when you are chopping your cabbage, pull off a leaf and give it a little nibble and see if you like it. The next ingredient in our recipe is 1/2 of a bell pepper.
If you slice it open, you are going to want to be sure to pull out the seeds and the insides. You're going to slice it into thin strips. Once again, be very careful your fingers are out of the way. You're going to dice it into small dices and set that aside. The next ingredient on our list is this beautiful purple onion. You're going to cut the top and the bottom off of it, and you're going to peel off that thick outer skin. You can throw that part away. And we only need half of this onion, so we're going to cut it in half. And you're going to slice the long way first, and then turn it, and you're going to slice the short way, and this is what's called dicing. And you're going to chop those up nice and small and set those aside. Now for the sauce, you are going to take 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Make sure that you get low fat. You're going to put that in a bowl. You're going to pour in a tablespoon of red wine vinegar and 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. I did not have celery salt, so I substituted pepper. You can substitute any spice that your family likes. Mine likes pepper, so that's what we went with. And you're going to mix that together until it's nice and smooth. And you're going to set that aside. You're going to pour it on top of your coleslaw in just a minute. Now it is time to mix. We are going to measure in 2 cups of our green shredded cabbage. You will then measure in 2 cups of your purple shredded cabbage. You're going to pour in your 1/2 of the red bell pepper, your 1/2 cup of carrots. You're going to put in your onions and your cheese, and then take your mixture, mayonnaise mixture, and pour that on top. And then using a spoon, you're going to mix it until it is well combined. Make sure you get that salad dressing on all of the pieces. That's going to make it taste so yummy. Once you've got your salad mixed, you're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill, because this salad is perfect cold. You can bring this to a party or just serve it for dinner. This is a perfect way to get in a healthy serving of vegetables. For this and many other healthy recipes, please visit myhotm.recipes.